Looks good.
But we are going to look at these. Okay, first of all, notice the vocab at the top. Angle, angle, similarity postulate. If two angles of one triangle are congruent to two angles of another triangle, then the two triangles are similar. Okay, the triangles are shown similar. List all the pairs of congruent angles and write the statement of proportionality. So first, we've got to list all three. So I'm going to write angle A, angle B, and angle C. What is congruent with angle A for the other triangle?
P.
Angle P. What's congruent to angle B?
N.
And what's congruent to angle C? N. Okay. Proportional. The sides that are proportional. So AC would go over what side for this one? Okay. Which would be proportional to side CB, which goes over MN, which is proportional to AB, which goes over PN. There you go. Does that make sense? Because they're proportional. It forms a fraction that is equal to all the other fractions. Okay? All right, I'm going to skip B and C, and we're just going to move on to the next one. Okay? Using properties of similar triangles. Okay, we're going to find the value of x. So first, what did I do when I look at this? I'm on little A, number A right here. Number A, letter A. Okay. C goes with which one of these? M. So we know this is also x. So now, what do the interior of the triangles equal? 180. So I know x plus 3x plus 80 equals 180. All interiors of triangles add up to 180, right? So x plus 3x is 4x plus 80 equals 180. Now, if I subtract 80 from both sides, I get 4x equals 100. So x equals 25. Okay, we're going to do one more because that one just had to do with angles. Let's do B, dealing with sides. Okay, we've got to decide what's proportional to each other. Okay, I know 15 is proportional to 20, so I'm going to go 15 over 20. So I'm doing the little triangle over the big triangle. Okay? It does not. You could put 20 over 15. That would be fine. Just decide which one you're doing.
I didn't know if there was like it had to be a certain way. So like how it worked, right?
Nope. Okay, this is the hard part. I know the big one is 17, so I know that goes on the bottom because I set up little over big, so I got to do little over big. If I did big over little, just make sure you're on the other side, you do big over little. The hard part is figuring out what the little part is. 17 minus x, right? Okay. Now I'm going to cross multiply. 15 times 17 gives me 255. Now remember, we have to distribute my 20, so it has to be 20 times 17 is 340. 20 times negative x is negative 20x. Now I'm going to subtract 340 from both sides. And I'm going to get negative 85 equals negative 20x. I'm going to divide by negative 20, and I get 4.25 equals x. How do we feel about that one? Good? Bad?
It's okay.
Should we do one more? All right, let's do one more. We've got K and M are congruent. This is saying that these are parallel. So remember, we also have these angles are congruent. Okay, so first of all, we know they're similar triangles because we have angle, angle. Okay, now the hard part is trying to figure out x. Please put your phones down, guys. Please put our phones down. Please write down what I'm writing. Okay, so we know JL is shared on both triangles. So we have 11.4 over 11.4. equals 8.2 over, so what is x going to equal? 8.2.
Do we have to do the word for it?
No.
Or do we, can
I
we
just wanted to
like,
show it to you.
clearly look at it and tell that's
Oh, okay.
Please make sure you're writing this down, guys. All right, let's turn it over. Okay. Determine whether the triangles can be proven similar. If they are similar, explain why and write a similarity statement. If they are not similar, explain why. Okay. So, let's look at A.
I say no.
Why?
One, because they don't have the same angles and their sides aren't congruent. So
Proportional.
yeah, proportional to each other.
So, we know that these two sides are the same, right? So, that means that these two angles have to be the same, correct? We know these two sides are the same, which means these two angles have to be the same. But we don't know what they are. And we can figure it out because the interior angles of a triangle add up to be?
180.
So I have 180. I know one is 76. And I know the other two have to be the same, so I'm going to make them both x, right? So 180 equals 76 plus 2x. So I'm going to go 180 minus 76 gives us 104 equals 2x. So I'm going to divide that by 2. And x equals 52. Okay, the only problem is this one says 50. Josh.
Yeah.
Get off your phone. And maybe turn off your music so you can hear me the first time. Okay? 104. So I know 180 minus 50 divided by 2 gives me 65. So they're not similar. Okay? Let's try, I'm going to zoom out a little bit. Let's try B. Okay, these are parallel lines. So I can use corresponding angles when they're set up like this, so I know those two angles are congruent.
Wait, how are they parallel?
This little arrow right here states that those are parallel lines. Okay, so this is similar by angle, angle. So my similarity statement, triangle ABD is similar to triangle, what goes with A?
B.
What goes with B? And E. Yep. Okay. Let's look at C. All right, I have one angle is similar. What other angle do I have? X, right? It shares X because it's overlapping. Grab these three. Okay. So then I've got triangle. Similar by angle, angle. And I've got triangle, let's say XYT is similar to triangle. What goes with X? X. But then what goes with Y? What matches Y? W. W. Y goes with W. And then Z goes with T. Okay? Alright, we're going to skip the last one. And let's go to similar triangles by side, angle, side. Side, 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 and side, angle, side. Okay? Okay, we've got side, side, side. If the corresponding sides of two triangles are proportional, then the triangles are similar. If an angle of one triangle is congruent to an angle of a second triangle, and the lengths of the sides, including the angles, are proportional, then the triangle is similar. Okay? So, let's see if these guys are similar. So we're just going to set up proportions. We're just going to say, is 4 over the 10 the same as 3 over 7.5? Okay? So 4 divided by 10 gives us 0.4. 3 divided by 7.5 gives us 0.4. So I can say triangle XYZ is similar to triangle ABC. You need to decide if they are similar by proportional. Yes, you need to find. And you need to find the scale factor for them, which is?
No, I'm just saying, writing
Yes, you do. Okay? And the scale factor is
Wait, do we have to figure out all the
0.4. So that's why we do it. If we times 10 times 0.4, we're going to get 4. Should we do one more?
Don't we have to do a second one over?
No, it says determine which of the two, and if the first two are similar, then we know the other ones are. So B, these are what? All of these triangles are what? Equilateral. So they are all similar. Okay? So I can say triangle WXL is similar to triangle LMN, which is similar to triangle ABC. But now the hard part is the scale factor. Okay? So to get from WXYZ to LMN, what would we have to do? So we'd go 6 divided by 10, right? So this scale factor is 0.6. What about LMN to ABC? 4 to 10? So that would be 0.4 as a scale factor. What about WXYZ to ABC? Which is 1.5. So if I go 4 times 1.5, I get 6.
I'm confused. How did you do that?
You're just dividing. You're just taking one of the sides divided by one of the sides.
So, for the big triangle, we 10 divided by 10.
So you're not doing the big triangle to the big. You're trying to get from the little triangle to the big triangle. Little triangle to the big triangle. Little triangle to the little triangle. Scale factor just means what could I times by 10 to get 4? What do I times by 10 to get 6? What do I times by 6 to get 4? Okay, let's look at the next one, similarity. Show that the two triangles are similar, so we have to find proportions for these. Okay, so first of all, I'm going to see if I'm going to use side, angle, side, because I know these two angles. Okay, so I'm going to go 12.8 over 16 and see if that's the same as, what's this little part right here for the triangle? The whole thing is 20, so what would the little part be? This little part is 4. So it'd be 20 minus, so it'd be 16 over, what's the big one? 20. I often do little over big. You can do big over little, just make sure it's the same on both sides. So I'm going to go 12.8 divided by 16 gives me 0.8. And 16 divided by 20 also gives me 0.8. Okay. We know these could be similar by side, angle, side, so let's figure out if they're proportional. I'm going to take the top triangle divided by the bottom equals the top triangle divided by the bottom. Okay. 9 divided by 7.5 is 1.2. 12 divided by 10 is 1.2. So the answer is yes, they're similar. For both of these. Because the sides are proportional, and the angles are congruent. Okay, let's look at the back. Oh, there's no back. That was it. That was easy. Let's look at your homework, guys. We have to do some stuff with groups. luckily they're fill in the blank, so it shouldn't be too bad. Let's look at number 1. Okay, angle G is congruent to angle K. Angle I is congruent to angle L. So angle G is congruent to angle K. That would be. And then what's my other given? So the triangles are similar by? That was simple, right? Okay, they're all like that. Some of them have an extra step in there, like 5 has congruent angle corresponding, 6 is congruent, but they shouldn't be too bad. You have 11 problems to do. I did one of them. So you should be able to do the rest. Okay?
What was the last one?
Angle, angle. Remember your possibilities for your last one are angle, angle, side, 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 or side, angle, side. Okay? All right, guys. You should be able to spend the rest of the hour working on this. You should be able to get it finished before the end of class. You can move seats now. Just a reminder, I haven't stopped the recording yet. I'm going to do that in just a second.
Goodbye. Miss Murphy. For number 2, when it says MN over PQ, that means this line segments are on
Proportional.